A very good afternoon and welcome back. In the first session, I was talking about locational decisions, and now it is again in the area of retail management. And the next 30 minutes, 30 to 35 minutes, I will be talking about atmospherics. I'm sorry, till now I have not received any phone call or any questions from the regional centers. I request them, in case if you have any questions, please do call us and I'll be able to answer your queries. I think by now all of us must have made a number of visits to various shopping malls, complexes in your location. You must have gone to buy your own products, or you must have accompanied with your friends or relatives to make some buying. And by this time you must have also understood the importance, the strategic importance of atmospherics. What exactly is atmospherics? Everyone talks about atmospherics, maybe in a different context or maybe in a different phrase. Maybe someone says that a particular outlet or a particular mall, a particular retail outlet is a cozy place, or a particular restaurant is a cozy place to go and dine there. Now, what is this? What exactly is atmospherics? It only refers to the physical characteristics of the retail outlet which are developed to form an image and attract customers or consumers. For example, if I am into a footwear business and I have a range of footwear both for the men, women and children, then it is not that just I have to display the footwear, the shoes or the sandals or whatever for men, women and children. Besides the actual product per se, I need to offer other facilities. For example, if I am handling or dealing in a premium footwear brand, then my customers' expectations would be that my outlet or my business would have sufficient air conditioning. Because when the guy is spending about 3,000 plus for a pair of shoe, or the lady is spending about 2,000 plus for a pair of chappals, then obviously they expect, and also it is the responsibility of the retailer to see that these facilities like air conditioning, or maybe depending on the line of activity, soft music, good colors, good ambience is created, so that the shopper, when he enters into your shop, he would feel at home and he would wander and move around the place and he would make his purchase decisions. So it is basically the physical characteristics. I repeat, it is nothing to do with the merchandise. What you are selling is not important there. What you are providing is more important in atmospherics. So one has to understand, as a retailer a retailer of any kind of business, it is very critical, very important that atmospherics play a vital role. I would rather say that both location and atmospherics are the two sides of the same coin. You have a good location in a very good place, then accordingly you need to have good facilities. That is, the atmospherics should be equally good in proportion to your location. So location and atmospherics, they go hand in hand, or rather they are the two sides of the same coin. So a smart businessman, a smart retailer who is into retailing business of any kind or any line of activity, he has to also consider the importance of atmospherics. And in this era of high disposable income, people would definitely expect, and they would only patronize those outlets or those shops or those kiosks where they feel at home and they would like to spend more time in shopping around. So atmospherics is basically the physical characteristics that the retail unit has to develop in order to entice more customers to its outlet. Now what is this? Let us see what is the scope. As I already made a mention, that irrespective of the kind of business you are into, it is very critical that atmospherics is more important, and one has to look into it in different angles, more so from the customer's perspective. Now the context for atmospherics, it emerges from the link between the shopping behavior and the physical environmental factors. Now these physical environmental factors influence the perception of the shopping hours spent and the evaluation of merchandise. Therefore, it is the responsibility, or it becomes vital for the retailer to effectively plan and organize all the aspects related to the atmospherics and retail space to be able to optimize scarce resources and improve profitability. So in other words, all the aspects of atmospherics has to be well planned, well organized, so that the retail space can be optimally used or utilized. Now what is the role of atmospherics in retail strategy? Number one, it enhances the image of retail outlet. See, when your friend, he makes a visit to a shop or a retail outlet of a leading brand of, say, men's accessories, then he would just come and tell you or talk with you or discuss with you. That means there was some kind of appeal in that particular outlet where your friend was attracted and he bought some purchases, and he has come back and he was discussing with you about the facilities or the about the atmospherics in that particular outlet. So it enhances the image of the retail outlet. Rather, the retailer can position his outlet in the minds of the consumers. So enhancing the image of the retail outlet is one of the role of atmospherics. Number two, it attracts new customers. For example, I'm a loyal customer or a loyal buyer of Bata shoe. or any other brand. Let's forget about Bata. Some other brand. I'm a brand loyalty. But the kind of atmospherics a new brand offers, the facilities it offers, it also attracts new customers. So besides having your own customers, besides retaining your own customers, it will also attract new customers. The third one is it creates a definite USP. Now every outlet, whether the outlet is in the planned location or an unplanned location or wherever, just like a product has a USP, a unique selling proposition. Similarly, even the kind of atmospherics, the kind of facilities what you provide inside and outside the store also creates a USP for the outlet. It generates excitement. Now, once you go to a big shopping mall or a complex, and there, if you are dining in one of those fast food joints, or you're trying to play any game over there, or you're trying some other new outlet, then it generates a kind of excitement, because the kind of ambience what you see, especially when I was talking about the restaurant or the eating joint, the lights are dim, the food is very good, people around are good, and you try to enjoy yourself with your family or with your friends. So there's a kind of excitement within you, like you are trying to enjoy something with your friends or with your family, because the ambience is so conducive that it automatically makes you excite. Now, the atmospherics, for example, in a store, it facilitates the free movement of the consumers or buyers. For example, if there's say a footwear shop, or you say a novelty shop, a gift item shop. Normally gift items are purchased by everyone. Could be from a teenager to even an elderly man who may buy a gift or a birthday greeting card for his son or daughter or anyone. So normally, whether it is during season or during non-seasonal, you find a lot of crowd in these kind of stores. So some stores are so arranged, so designed that there is free movement for all the public or prospects or the visitors who come to the stores. So it is, besides providing all the facilities of air conditioning, good lighting, good wall paintings, clean flooring, it is also the kind of space which you allocate for your consumers to move around the shop, so that they keep on wandering, they keep on loitering in the shop, see different kind of things, access to different merchandise, feel them, then they would immediately make a quick decision in their purchases. So this again facilitates easy movement inside the store. Obviously, when there's a easy movement or free movement without any hurdles within the stores, even if there is a huge crowd, obviously the access to the merchandise also is very free. Now, having seen these attributes like enhancing the image, attracting new customers, creates a definite USP, generates excitement, facilitates easy movement inside the store, and access to merchandise. Atmospherics also helps in ensuring optimum utilization of retail space. It also helps in ensuring effective and desired presentation of the merchandise. As I was saying, in atmospherics, besides all these facilities, providing all these facilities, it is the space allocation within a given area. Now, a retail outlet or a retail business outlet can be big, small, or medium in size, depending on the kind of line of activity, or there are also outlets which are 2-3 storied. So that is not important here. It is the crucial point here is that within the given area, within the given outlet, how much of the space is allocated for your merchandise, how much of the space is allocated for the free movement, and how much is allocated for your storage or whatever. So this allocation, this interior design of your outlet is very important, and atmospherics ensures this optimum utilization, because you know where to fix what, because you know the area of the area of your outlet, you know what is the line of activity, whether these products has to be seen and felt by the consumer, or is it blindly they buy it because they know what is that particular product. So the kind of product, the nature of the product decides like what would be the what would be the space allocation within a given outlet. This also reduces product search time for customers. It reinforces the marketing communication of the outlet. Besides all this, what should I say, it's all these benefits, it also influences the service quality experience. See, once when you enter a shop, randomly you enter a shop and you find everything in a haphazard way, nothing is in order, the salesmen are sitting somewhere in the corner and you are just entering and there is no order, there is no systematic approach, and there is no signboard. So what happens to you? You are totally confused. You don't know where you entered, and you also forget what you want to buy because it is not organized. The inner design or the layout or the store layout is not properly organized. But when it is organized properly, with good lighting, with good illumination, with fans, though not air conditioning, and your salesmen are ready there to serve you, trying to know what you want, then obviously you feel that yes, I think I would get some good service from this shop or from this outlet. So it influences the service quality experience. So atmospherics is an integral part of the service quality experience of the customer who visits your store. Now, for example, when you have entered to a store which is totally unorganized, then what happens? You immediately come out and you say, let us try another shop, or let us go a little further and try another outlet. But when everything is in order, organized, the layout, the merchandise space, the space for the customers to move, everything is spick and span, perfect in all aspects. There's a good ambience. The colors of walls are very soothing. You feel like staying there for more time, spending more time in that shop. Then obviously your perception alters immediately. Now what you have seen in the first instance is totally different from what you are seeing in this. So atmospherics also helps in enticing or in motivating new customers to come and shop in your stores. So that's how atmospherics plays a vital role. Number two, these days in most of this leading brands, exclusive outlets, you find the salespeople in a particular attire. I would say they wear uniforms. Maybe 10 years or 5 to 6 years back, salesmen used to wear the normal dresses. But now, in most of the malls and in most of these shopping complexes or leading brands of garments or whatever, or the salespeople are wearing uniforms. So immediately when you enter an outlet or a store where you find all these in order plus all these salespeople who are handling customers, if they wear uniform, then you feel that this is a professional outlet or a professionally managed store. Immediately you perceive that way because everything is professionally managed and people are there doing their job, trying to service the customer. So uniform is another aspect which forms part of the atmospherics. Just imagine if in your stores there are about 10 to 15 salesmen or saleswomen, each one of them wearing a different dress, a normal dress. They look very different and you don't know whether that particular salesman or saleswoman is a person or an employee of the store or maybe another customer. Many times it happens. So when they try to wear uniform, then you can easily identify or recognize, yes, this is a person who is going to serve me. Now the next one is quality of fixtures in an outlet or in a store. That's again a symbolic cue to the consumer. Now, for example, in some outlets you find music played very loudly, and the kind of music what is played is not synchronizing in the kind of products being sold. So you feel that you are out of the place. You feel like coming out as soon as possible because nothing is matching to your expectations, nothing is matching to your what you visualize when you enter the store. So that's again another important factor one should consider. Again, ambience and store browsing makes a consumer comfortable. See, once you create an ambience where the consumer or the customer feels that he is in the right place to do his shopping. So this creation of ambience, a conducive environment within the store, which is nothing but atmospherics, makes the consumer spend more time, go around, browse, and it can also happen that if he has come to purchase a pair of dress, he may also buy a pair of another dress or a shoe or an accessory for himself. So it not only quickens or speeds up the purchase decision, but it also makes the customer buy extra things for himself or for his family. Again, in store, elements such as color, lighting, music have a bigger effect on purchase decisions, as I already said about that. And see, these are the important aspects of atmospherics. Once when you decide about your retail store, then based on the nature of the product, you have to decide, I need X, A, B, C, D, which I should provide to my store. Not for the store, you are providing it only for the consumer, because ultimately you have to sell your product and earn profits and grow in the business. So who is going to buy a product? It is not you. It is not for internal consumption. It is not your employees. It is the rest of the world. So the consumers are not within the four walls of the stores, but consumers are outside the four walls of the store. That is, consumers who are passing by a store, consumers who just make a visit and who may later be converted to a buyer, or they could be loyal customers who keep on buying from you. So what all you are providing in terms of air conditioning, ambience, good lighting, good illumination, repainting and painting very frequently, maintaining your store, keeping it clean, tidy, seeing that all your employees wear uniform, they are in time, they are serving the customer effectively. Now all this you do it only for the customer, so that you would like to retain the customer and also attract new customers. So what are the components of retail atmospherics? Besides we have seen what is atmospheric per se, what is the role of atmospherics in retail strategy. Now what are the components? The components of atmospherics can be broadly classified into four types: the exterior atmospherics, the interior, the store layout, and the fourth one is the visual merchandising. Now mind you, all the four components are interrelated, and each of these supplement and complement each other. So you cannot isolate and say this is important in this is important in interior, and this is important in visual merchandising. All these are interrelated, complement and supplement one another. Now what are they? The first one is the exterior atmospherics. Now this refers to all the aspects of physical environment found outside the store. You have a store and all the physical environment which is outside the store. So from the front main entrance is what you call the exterior atmospherics. Now the various aspects or the elements of exterior atmospherics are storefront. Like if you have a main entrance, how should the storefront should be? It is number one is storefront, two marquee is the signboards, three the entrance, whether you want to have restricted entrance, exclusive entrance for your store, or is it an open entrance. It all depends on again the nature of business. Then display window, height of the building, size of the building, visibility. Visibility is more important because you don't know. If there's no visibility for your store, then the moving customer, maybe the pedestrians or maybe the vehicular traffic, they will not be able to see you. So visibility is another important element of exterior atmospherics. The uniqueness of your store, the surrounding stores. It is not just your store should be good. You should also see, you can't influence them, but again the surrounding stores are also important, because that gives a kind of enhancement to your store. The surrounding areas, besides the surrounding stores, maybe in the vicinity, the surrounding areas, how clean they are, how hygienic they are, whether they are well maintained, the parking facilities. This is again very important because every second customer in India today is a car owning customer, because especially when they shop in shopping malls or shopping complexes, it is not that an individual or the head of the family goes for shopping. It is the entire family, the entire lot they go for shopping on weekends. Rather, cars are bought only for such trips, maybe for weekends or in a month or whatever. So parking facility is very important when you are talking about your external or exterior atmospherics. The second component is the interior atmospherics. Now these as exterior atmospheric refers to all the physical and environmental factors outside the store. Now interior is refers to with inside the store. I'll just quickly wrap up this because there's hardly any time left. So the main ingredients in interior atmospherics are the flooring, the lighting, the odor, fixtures, wall, the temperature within the shop, the trial room, the dead area, the personnel, the cleanliness and hygiene within the inside the store.